100% Rock, non-stop. Rock-Antenne.
Guys, thanks for coming back so quickly.
All right. Yeah. Only took us, what, 10 years? 9 years?
That was really fast. You caught the right bus. And
you're still here, we're still here, we're all 10 years older.
Don't say that I'm still here, because this is depressing for me, you know. You guys are fabulous rock stars right now. I'm still a radio moron, you know.
Hey man, you're king of your castle, bro. That's all I gotta say.
King of the castle.
King of castle.
How's life for you? How was this gig for you here at Rock & Park?
Oh, it was amazing, man. There must have been like 25, 30,000 people out there, and it was kind of like deja vu. I was having flashbacks when we played this show, and I was only like 20 years old. And Bryce he wasn't with us last time. He's been with us for 6 years, so now this is his first time at these festivals.
It couldn't be better. The weather's perfect. The people are, in their sea of tents, partying away, and it's a blast.
We were just talking yesterday how, everyone's drinking beer and having fun, how they remember what tent they're in, like at 2 in the morning, because I would be like passed out over there by the tree or something. It's like, which tent is mine?
I'd wind up in some random tent, just like passed out.
Well, random tent is one thing, random girl is something else.
Yeah, exactly.
This is true. This is true.
You guys, although you haven't been here constantly and frequently, you still have a major serious hits over here,
Right.
Such, things like You and I, they came over here as well, and people recognize that.
Yeah, I guess that show Smallville did really well for us. People knew the song You and Me, and that kind of broke the song. So we've been really trying to come back over to Germany quite a bit more often in the last, 2 years, I'd say. We've been over here 4 or 5 times, so we're starting to really feel like the fans digging the new music now, which is great.
It's fun because we don't really know what to expect. Sometimes we do bigger venues and it just keeps growing, and I think virally online has a lot to do with it, with YouTube and everything, and the response is really cool.
I think what's interesting is that I guess that, since you guys have been away for a little while, you don't have to start anew.
Right.
But I guess you have to sort of kind of, take 2 steps back and then see what's going on.
Right. I feel like with our newest song that's done well over here, Halfway Gone, it's given new fans an opportunity to go back and dig into some of our older albums, because this is our 5th album, so we've been doing it for a while, and it's kind of nice to meet new fans that never, they were like 9 years old when Hanging by a Moment came out. So I think it's good to have like the fans from long ago, but it's also nice to have some current fans,
The amazing thing about Lifehouse is that I think that although you have a series of major radio rock hits, let's be honest, I mean, it's music, you still seem to you have a real arty and even sometimes progressive vibe to your music.
Right.
How does that come together with all the the melodies you have and everything that's so smooth, that goes so smooth?
Well, especially on the last record, it was kind of a revelation to us that we do have 2 sides to our band, that we have the radio side, but we also have, like you said, the more just plug in your guitars and kind of make a song, that doesn't just be played on the radio, it can be played live too. So we've really tried to find the balance between both worlds, and we feel like our latest album, Smoke and Mirrors, we captured both sides of the band.
We tried for a prog concept record with our last album. We listened to as much Kansas and Rush as we could, and just pieced it together, took pieces of tape. Yeah, REO.
But when you guys go into writing music, what comes to your mind first? And is it like, well, that's going to be, some sort of single, and then we see what's going to happen afterwards, or you just go ahead with the flow and see what's going to come out of that?
I personally never know what songs are going to be the singles. Actually, when Bryce joined the band, he heard You and Me and he knew right away it was going to be a big hit. I had no idea. I was actually worried that we were releasing a ballad as a front runner. So Bryce usually has a good pulse for that kind of stuff.
I have the radar for the hits. No, I find.
Wrong side of the business.
Yeah, I know. I should be behind a desk somewhere, raking it in. But
you should have my job.
I mean, especially on this last record, we've experimented with like different angles of writing. A lot of co-writes with Jason, and the most inspired songs I think are the ones that translate the best to becoming a hit. And when we feel a song, it kind of it just works for the radio when people can feel the inspired songs.
So I mean, here of course, it's a different situation live than it is when you play headlining shows and you have to go out there and it's still, you know, bright light and everything. And is that okay for you? How do you figure out the set list? How do you, you know, there's no fireworks and explosions like usual.
we enjoy it because you don't get a sound check and you just get spit out on the stage in front of all these people, and it really makes you live in the moment, and really you don't get to plan anything out, so you never know what you're gonna get. And I kind of like that. I think as a live band, that's a healthy energy to have.
Is that the first festival you played this year?
Yeah,
this year.
We've done fair dates and stuff like that, but as far as a rock festival, this is the first one back, and it was really exciting.
Is there anything you check out after your show?
Yeah, we're gonna see Pete Yorn over here. Bryce is a friend of his, and he's got a great song. So
cool. So what's gonna happen next to Lifehouse and for Lifehouse and for you guys coming to Germany maybe again?
Yeah, I hope so. Like I said, this is our third trip back to Germany just this year. So we're on our third single in the States. So things are winding down on this album. So we're probably gonna go back into the writing process and, you know, hopefully just stay out on the road.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because although we played the recent singles from Smokes and Mirrors, it seemed like, you know, it didn't do bad, but I thought it could have done a lot more because the songwriting was so good.
Oh, thank you.
So I was kind of surprised that, you know, it didn't really break into everything, but maybe it's gonna come with you being more present.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for us, is just to keep coming back and really build that fan base.
I think we accomplished what we set out for with this record. Like, we were really proud of it, and we got a lot of new fans from it. So, you know, it's just a roll of the dice with the music industry sometimes, but we had
the
fun.
biggest thing is we're not working at Subway yet.
That's right. So we're not sandwich artists
We're
yet.
keeping the bar high.
No, I think you don't have to worry about that. Well, that's pretty much it. I guess.
Awesome, man.
I guess you guys will be back soon, and then we're gonna talk again some more.
Absolutely.
Is there anything I forgot you to ask?
I don't think so. You nailed it. Let's go listen to some music.
Oh, hang on. There's one more thing, because I started asking the other bands about this. Where's the sex, drugs, and rock and roll here?
Well, the drugs are the sleeping pills to get rid of this jet lag. So that's the only drugs that's going on here. Rock and roll
is on the stage.
No sex yet.
No, the sex is in the tents.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Rock Antenne. 100% Rock, non-stop.